You guys think that you can bash Pastor Bob better than I can? I've known him for a very, very long time. Okay, so I saw the video that Bob posted yesterday. It had a bunch of responses from his prior video having to do with gay marriage. And wow, you know, a lot of you guys came up with some pretty stinking powerful stuff to throw at him, if you can call it that. But you guys, you don't know the good stuff. You see, I've known him since I was 17 years old. I know all the good stuff. I know exactly how to get him. I know exactly all the small little details that you guys are totally missing. Okay, so let's rattle some of them off, because if you guys are going to do it, I'm going to do it. Okay, so do you know that this guy has never, ever taken a salary as a pastor? What an idiot. The guy could be making a ton of money. He could have one of those homes, you know, that churches provide for their pastors, you know, lay him in a lap of luxury and just say, hey, you know, make some notes and say some things on Sunday and, you know, counsel this person and that person with their problems and, you know, have this house, have this salary, have this money, you know, do whatever you want to do. He could be doing that, but see, he's an idiot. He can't think like that. Okay? So this is how much of an idiot. The guy sells all of his stuff, right? He sells his house. He sells all of his possessions, all of these great and wonderful things he's gotten over the years. You know, he sells it all to move into, get this, 300 square feet, okay? 300 square feet, and decides, you know what, I don't need all this clothes. So he has 3 pairs of, he may have 4 now, but I'm not really sure. 4 pairs of shirts, maybe not, I'm not really sure, but maybe 3 or 4 pairs of pants, right? What an idiot. Oh my gosh, this guy's so stupid. So anyways, the guy, guess what? He and his parents, his 80-year-old parents, 80s, he and his parents, 80-year-old parents, go down, pick this food up, bring it back here, cook the food, bring it all the way back down to downtown Nashville and feed the homeless. What idiot people. They honestly, seriously, what idiots would do such a thing? And get this, they don't even get paid to do it, right? They don't even get paid to do it. Gosh, these people, I swear. Oh man, there's so many things that I could tell you about Pastor Bob Beeman and his family that would blow your mind on how idiotic it is what they do. Okay. Now that I got that out of my system, I want to say a few things. This man, Pastor Bob Beeman, I will be in love with this man to the day I die. There is no doubt about it. He has proved himself to me. He has taken me into his home. Not as in, hey, you want to be my roommate? No, he has taken me in the places I was in, which weren't good places. He took me in, brought me in, and loved me no matter what I threw at him. And believe me, I threw a lot at this guy. I mean, I've been doing very well for many years now, you know, and you hear my rants. Could you imagine what this guy was like before that? Not very good, okay? Not very good. So, no matter what, this guy has cried with me. This guy has prayed with me. He has listened to me over and over and over and over again since I was 17 years old. There's many times that I was angry with him, and there's many times we disagreed. There's many times that I saw the human side of Pastor Bob Beeman. Many, many times. But you know what? This guy did exactly what Christ says to do, and that is to love people. He loved this guy unconditionally, with no condition. He sat there and pushed me and pushed me and pushed me to good places, to make sure that I get there, to make sure I get the purpose and the will of God. That's what he did. This is a man, yes, He lives in 300 square feet. You know why he lives in 300 square feet? Because he doesn't want to minister to the people or he doesn't want to live above the people that he ministers to. So when everybody else and all these other pastors are living in the lap of luxury in a church doing whatever, and I know, oh yeah, there's a lot of things that they do. Yeah, no, let me just bring you down a little bit so that you see exactly what I'm talking about. You have these churches. They pay for a pastor to be there on a salary, okay, so that they could live. Pastor Bob does not have a salary. He is the most humble man I have ever met. You want to know why? Because the guy will make mistakes and he'll admit it, and he'll admit it in public. He'll do videos about it, or he used to write articles about it. I've seen this guy grieve, I've seen him bleed, I've seen him sick, and I've seen him in the best of times. He is 100% the best man I've ever met. And who am I to ever say anything? I'm one of those idiots out there that don't get a clue unless it's in front of me and I get to witness and watch it. I'm one of those idiots that would have never, I was one of those idiots to him. At first, oh my gosh, I put this guy through all kinds of hell. For what? I have no idea why, because all he did there is just sit there and love me. That's all he did. No matter what, he kept pushing me and pushing me. You know, every time it's just like, you know, for a few years there, he was like, Jamie, I don't know what to tell you, and I don't know how to tell you this, but your hair's normal. It's not right. You know, he was literally telling me, not like, oh, okay, he's this freak guy, you know, that's trying to get another, you know, guy to get back into his freakhood. But he wasn't doing that for that. He knows that that was me. It's always been me. Something was wrong with me, and he was telling me, Jamie, you're not creative. You're not being creative. You're not being all these things. This guy loved me no matter what. And let me tell you something. I brought some stories to this guy, okay? So before you know, get on the internet and get your keyboard and start writing some pathetic thing about how you think this guy is, and, you know, how he's Mr. Satanic, or that, you know, we hope you die type of thing, before that you start writing something so pathetic, think about this. This man would do anything for you to understand the gospel and the love of Christ. He would do anything for it. He does it. He just feeds the homeless people. He doesn't sit there and go, well, you know, here's a sandwich for you. Let me tell you about the love of Christ. He doesn't have an agenda when he goes down there. He doesn't. They just do one thing. One thing. They feed with love. That's it. There's nothing else involved. Nothing that thing that the homeless people have to abide by or whatever. Let me tell you something. I've been down there a few times, and there's some doozies, man. There's some doozies. But you know what? They come up and they go and they hug this man because he knows what they need. They love him because he loves them. So stop pointing fingers. When he says something that that he's passionate about him, or for him, he does. He labors these things. He labors these things in his room. He sits there and loves the Lord, listens to him, asks the Lord for mercy, asks the Lord for wisdom. What should I do? He is awesome. So before you push those buttons, think about this. Let's rant against Jamie. Okay? Let's do that instead. Because I am definitely a fool, and definitely an idiot. So do it to me, not the man that I love. Okay? And I just have one more thing to say. Bob, I love you.